So this month is Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome Awareness Month. Can you tell us a bit about the syndrome?
Yeah, so it's quite a complex, difficult condition to describe. It's basically caused by a faulty gene. There are actually around or more than 13 types, and the type that I have is the most common, which is hypermobility type. But there are lots of others, some where only a small handful of people have them, some where lots of people have them. What it is the connective tissue in your body is faulty, and connective tissue makes up something like 95% of your body. So if you think that connective tissue is the building blocks of the house, as it were, and if you think of like 95% of the house being kind of faulty, it's going to impact on everything. There literally isn't anything it won't impact. The main way of describing it is that the ligaments and tendons in my body don't work properly. And so my joints can very easily dislocate or partially dislocate, which is called subluxation. And because of that, the muscles in my body tighten up to try and stop that from happening. So it's a constant cycle of pain. And that cycle is really complex because it's not just, oh, it's just joint pain or it's just muscular pain. It literally impacts every part of the body, every nerve. It's really difficult to treat. And also the fact that because the ligaments and tendons aren't working, just for example, sitting here, my body is firing like 10 times more than the average person's just to do normal things. And so that just leads to a constant cycle of exhaustion within itself, let alone the fact that you're not sleeping properly on top of it. So
Yeah,
yeah, it is quite difficult to explain.
yeah, I can imagine. And you did say it's quite difficult to treat as well. Is it difficult to diagnose? I imagine because if it affects everyone differently, how do you diagnose something like that?
Yeah, it's extremely difficult. So I have a couple of statistics here, which is that 95% of people with the condition remain undiagnosed or misdiagnosed, and that the average rate of diagnosis, it takes on average 10 to 20 years to get diagnosed.
Wow. Oh my goodness. So you could be living with this for a lot of your life actually, and kind of suffering and not knowing why.
Yeah, absolutely. People have had this condition their whole lives, died, and still don't know that they've had it.